Pappas, because he's super thoughtful about all things diversity and unconscious bias. I was telling somebody the other day, I was telling Allison Daly, who, I don't know if you've met, but we were recording an episode of the podcast, and Art, when I was at Bullhorn, did like an hour or 2 hour long, we had to do an internal training on unconscious bias as an entire organization. So it was like 900 people at that point. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a town hall, and the town hall focused on the leadership. They basically were like, hey, this is what the leadership's going through. This is what we want everyone to pay attention to, and this is why. And it was just really cool to see from a tech company, right? Because they're notorious, unconsciously biased, right? Pretty cool. Just really interesting things that always kind of impressed me about, the diversity. And then, again, I'll go back to my always says, we'd be a lot better if there's more women in charge. So,
well, we agree with you. Women agree with you. All of us got together yesterday for the first for the ASA ladies who lead luncheon, and it was 4 hours. I really was very skeptical as to how this whole thing was going to work. Like, how are you going to do? We had breakout sessions. We had a happy hour afterwards. And there were over 200 women. And now, normally, if you would have gotten us together to do this ASA thing, it would have been like maybe 25, 40 women. Over 200 women signed on, and we were able to keep them engaged. We did, like I said, breakout sessions, and I was never bored. So I think this sort of forced change that we're going through, I think it's going to allow us the opportunity to learn more, like unconscious bias, and ensure that everybody's equipped with the right tools to do things the way that they should be done, without bias. And so I think this work from home thing, again, allows us the opportunity to help people learn more, apply more, and be more in a shorter period of time. Look, there's no travel. They didn't give me the right room. There's no exhaustion because you're staying. The networking, yes, I love the networking. I think the handshake's gone forever. So what are we going to do? Bump elbows and not drink together because we don't want to be, so.
I think that's only going away till 2021. Listen.
Yeah.
We
sure.
number one, so get full transparency, right? I was a history teacher, so I taught history at a Catholic school, and they're going to kill me if I say this, but I always used to say that I don't know who decided that only men should be priests, because a mother's love, there's nothing else on the planet like it.
Oh yes, we've talked about this.
And that's who should be teaching you about love. So I'm going to post this part, like we're going to cut this, but I'm going to post this part. And so I taught at a Catholic school, and I used to say that, and that was like my own opinion. I was like, do not repeat that to leadership because they're going to fire my ass. But I taught history, so I had teachable moments, so that was cool. But yeah, like it, and then what's interesting, and I wanted to bring this up to you, is AI. So let's talk about some staffing technology,
okay,
and unconscious bias, and wrap this all together. Allison Daly, Recruiting Innovation. She's an IT training platform. If you haven't met her, Erica's good friends with her. She actually lives in Colorado near her. And so she connected me with her, and we were recording an episode of the podcast, and this is going to be great when it comes out. But she was talking about AI matching tools in IT staffing are going to have an unreasonable amount of unconscious bias.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why
I don't disagree with that.
And that's why AI matching tools are not going to be... They might have it for everything, but that's why they should probably... Like, if you're going to deploy AI into staffing and recruiting, that might not be the best use case for it currently.
Agreed.
Unless you're going to pay attention to that.
So here, the thing that I get frustrated with, bots and AI, and I'm not necessarily frustrated, and I think we've talked about this before. I think that it's where you apply them that is so important in order to maintain an exceptional candidate experience. You cannot make a great first impression by having a bot be the first point of impact. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That came up in an episode of the podcast for sure.
Yeah, and when you're talking about AI as it pertains to resumes, and I assume that's what you're talking about. I guess what I'm still befuddled about is why the hell we're still talking about resumes.
Why are people just going their LinkedIn profile? Like,
What?
if you wanted to hire me, your LinkedIn, my LinkedIn are far more relevant of who I am than anything else. Like, if you look at our posts and our content and what we engage with, that's who we are.
You know, resumes were invented in 1482.
You know,
Like, are we not beyond this?
You know, the Constitution was written in 1789, and we haven't changed anything.
Aren't we beyond a resume at this point? And that's what I keep like, I'm so obsessed with, and the technologies that I'm looking at. It's why I was so, geeked out on Flash Recruit adding a chat functionality. I mean, you're completely removing, all of the process and gobbledygook and garbage, and just connecting human to human as fast as possible. Workllama has got this chat feature now in their native app that I think could be super powerful. I mean, there's just so much.